Okay, so last week we learned what a percentage was and how to convert from a fraction and a decimal to a percent. Now we're going to learn how to get a percent of a number. This is very helpful when you're calculating prices of things, because all the time we go to the store, we go to Walmart, we go to Target, Home Depot, and things are on sale. And they might say 25% off or 30% off, but you have to be able to figure out what that price is because they often don't tell you what the actual sale price is. So that's what we're going to be starting to do this week. So in order to find a percentage of a number, we have to be able to convert the percentage back to a decimal. So if I'm looking at that 25%, remember that percent means out of 100. So I need to convert that to a decimal. And since it's out of 100, all I would have to do is take the decimal, which would be at the end of the number. So it would be at the end of the 25, and move it backwards 1, 2 places. So 2 places. So 0.25. Now be careful. 3% is not 0.3. Okay, you'd have to move it back 1, 2 times to get the hundredths. It would be 0.03. So make sure you're not just sticking a decimal in front of it. You actually have to move back 2 decimal places. So if you have a single digit number, it's going to look like 3 cents, not like 30 cents. So anyway, I convert that into a decimal. So I get 0.25. Now you could put the 0 in front of it. You do not have to. So now all I have to, because it says this of here, that's a hint that we're going to be multiplying. So I'm going to take 150 and I'm going to multiply it by the decimal number 0.25. I'm having, okay, so 0.25. Okay, so 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 5 is 25. And 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. And then I'm going to need to move over. So I put a 0 before I move to my tens place. So 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry a 1. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Now I'm going to add these up. So 0, 5, 7, 3. So I get 3750, but I need to remember to go back and find how many decimal places. So I have 2 numbers after the decimal. So the answer there is $37.50, $37.50. So that is what 25% of 150 would be. Okay, so let's try another one here. So we're going to do 30% of 270. So remember, first step is turn the percent into a decimal. So you do that by moving the decimal to the left 2 places. So 1, 2. So it's going to be 0.30, or you could even just put 0.3. So 270 times point. I'm just going to do 0.3 because you don't need the 0 on the end. It's not a placeholder. So 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. And I need 1 decimal place. And so on this one, I could actually get rid of that 0. So I would end up with $81. That is 30% of 270. Okay, so moving on to the next one here. Remember, step 1. Make the percent into a decimal. So I'm going to move the decimal. So the decimal would be at the end of the 65. I'm going to move it back 1, 2 places. And so I get 0.65. So now I'm going to do 200 times 6,500. So 0.65. Okay, so 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 2 is 10. Put a 0 before you move over. 6 times 0 is 0, 6 times 0 is 0, and 6 times 2 is 12. And we're going to add these up here. So I get 0, 0, 0, 3, 1. And then I need to look at my decimal places. Don't forget decimal placement. I have 2 decimal places. So I'm going to put 2 digits at the end of my answer there after the decimal. So the answer is 130. So 65% of 200 is 130. Okay, going on to the next one here. 18% of 35. So once again, make the 18% into a decimal by moving the decimal back 2 places, because it would have been at the end. So it's 0.18, 1800ths. So we're going to do 35 times 1800ths. And if you are someone who does better with lattice, please just draw a lattice. Won't take you that long. Took me about 2 seconds there. Okay, so 8 times 5 is 40. 8 times 3 is 24 plus 4 is 28. I put a 0 and move over. 1 times 5 is 5 and 1 times 3 is 3. This is 0. 13, 6. Don't forget to go back and look at your decimal places. I have 2 of them. So I put the decimal there. So 18% of 35 or $35 would be $6.30. And the last one we're going to practice together here, okay, we're going to get 23% of 80. So once again, step 1, make the percent into a decimal. So I'm going to take the decimal and I'm going to move it back 2 times. Okay, so I'm going to do 80 times 2300, so times 0.23. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 8 is 24. Put a 0 before you move to your tens place. 2 times 0 is 0, and 2 times 8 is 16. So we get 0, 4, 8, 1. Go back. Decimal placement, I need 2 decimal places. So the answer would be 18 and 40 hundredths, $18.40. Okay, so that's what you're going to be practicing today. Now remember, the first step when we are doing this is to turn the percent into a decimal. And you do this by moving the decimal 2 places to the left. Okay, and then your second step is you multiply the numbers and you will have the answer.